Hello wizards, how are you doing? Today I'm going to share with you why you should not force yourself to do anything in life, because that is the sure shot way to stop the flow of abundance in your life that is constantly flowing, which never stops. But when we try to force ourselves to move into a certain direction or do something that our inner guidance is asking us not to do, because that's exactly what happens when we are forcing ourselves. We are getting out of the flow. Whenever we do that, we come out of alignment from our path of least resistance, our life purpose timeline, and that is when we experience struggle. That is when we experience that we are doing a lot of things but things are not working out. Life becomes an uphill journey when you force yourself. So I'm going to share with you why this happens, because many times in my journey I have experienced, trying to fall into old patterns, forcing myself to do things when my heart was not there, thinking that, that makes sense. I should do that because that makes sense. But when my inner guidance told me not to do that and I still went and did it, things did not work out, and ultimately I came back to realization. So my experiences I'm going to share with you, and why does this happen and why you should not force yourself. The first thing to understand is the understanding of mirror reality. Okay, mirror reality is one of the concepts that I teach to my students in my program about how to become a deliberate creator in wizard consciousness, in fourth density consciousness, because I'm a teacher of wizard consciousness. And what is mirror reality? Mirror reality is simply this, that what you call your reality, everything that is part of your experience is your reality. Everything that is your reality, everything that is your experience is just a reflection of your state of being in this now moment. That's it. It's literally like a mirror. Okay, so if you have a mirror in your room, what happens? If you smile in front of the mirror smiles immediately. If you have a frowny face, the mirror frowns at you. Okay, so whatever change you bring in your beingness gets reflected back at you through the mirror. Similarly, the world, the reality, everything that is about your life is just a reflection. All the experiences that you are experiencing is a reflection of the state of being that you are calibrating to in this now moment. And that is what is happening. You see? And why am I sharing this? It's because every time you create a state of being, you automatically allows experiences that is a vibrational match to the state of being you have created. I'm going to repeat it again so that it goes in. Every time you choose to create a state of being, you allow your reality to bring experiences which is a vibrational match to the frequency of your state of being. So what does that tell us? Every time you are making a choice in the now moment, you are calibrating to a certain state of being. So when you tell yourself, I'm going to force myself to do this, even when my heart is saying not to go there, even when my inner guidance is saying not to go there because I don't resonate with it, I know I will not enjoy doing it, but I'll force myself to go there because it needs to be done, it should be done, it must be done, or whatever reason we have in our mind. What happens? We are operating under this belief system that if I do something that I do not enjoy, life will give me something later which I will enjoy, which is absolute nonsense. You see, because your mirror cannot give back to you anything that you're not creating within yourself. So if you say, I'm going to put a frowny face on my, I'm going to put a frowny face, and the mirror is going to see that and it's going to reflect a smiley face. Absolute nonsense. You see that? You see that what's going on? So when you say I'm going to force myself to do things and my life will give me something that will allow me a life where I don't have to force myself to do anything, which will bring me flow and joy and abundance, absolute nonsense. It does not work that way. You see, because when you force yourself to do things, what you are doing, you are creating a state of being which is a state of being of resistance, which is a state of being what you call the forcing experience. You literally are creating the experience of forcing. You're literally creating the experience of struggle, going uphill. Not that it's a bad thing to do, not that it's a wrong thing to do. Is that what I'm saying? Is that your preference? Is that experience is what you want to create in this now moment? Because if you create it in this now moment, that is exactly what is going to come back at you again and again and again and again. Have you noticed this in your life, that many times you did things, you forced yourself to be in a certain situation, do a certain thing, thinking that one day it will work out. It never worked out. Or maybe it worked out, in the small scale of things, but not in the grand scale of things. Life kept telling you, you're doing something wrong. What are you doing wrong? This is what you're doing wrong. You're thinking that you're going to do something wrong here to get something right here later. Does not work that way. Life is a mirror. This is mirror reality, the law of the wizard. We understand in wizard consciousness that life is a mirror. Whatever experience we create within, that experience we are going to get without. That is how it works. So every time you make a choice in this now moment, you're calibrating to a certain state of being, and your life going to reflect back at you. Just remember this. This will simplify everything that you are doing. You see? So next time when you find yourself that thinking, I don't want to do this. I'm not resonating and doing this, but I need to do this because of this. I'm not asking yourself to force yourself to get out of the pattern, because then again, you're forcing yourself to do something. What I'm saying is slowly understanding that if I force myself to do anything, what I'm encouraging the universe to give me is more experience of force, more experience of struggle, more experience of uphill journey. That is what I'm saying. It's like watching a YouTube, channel, not a YouTube channel, watching anything in social media. You're watching anything in social media, for example, you have the YouTube feed going on. Whatever video you choose from your feed, the algorithm recognizes and pushes more of the same videos in your feed, because it recognizes this person enjoys this sort of videos. The universe acts like an algorithm. It's just a reflection, the most perfect algorithm. You see, every time you create a certain state of being, if you create a state of being of struggle, universe is like, fantastic, this person enjoys it, let's give him or her more of that. Apparently she or he loves it, why not, right? And the universe gives you more of struggle, and then you're like, oh, it's giving me more struggle, what is going on, why is it not working? Because you are the one choosing it. It sounds counterintuitive, like, so I must not struggle so that more, so that I can allow the abundance to come in. Exactly. Don't go down the path where there is struggle involved. Don't go the path where there is resistance involved, because that is not your natural path. You have a natural path. You have your path of least resistance and maximum harmony. You have your life purpose timeline. That is what life purpose timeline is. That is what I keep coming back to. That is what I teach to my students, that you have a life purpose timeline, your path of least harmony. What does it mean, path of least harmony and, most accelerated evolution, most harmonious evolution? It means that when you follow your resonance, when you follow your inner guidance, you don't have to struggle. There is that path, which is the path of least resistance, where the flow is constantly present. You'll always be in the flow, and things will work out even when it does not make sense, because that's how things work. You see, many times you will be called and inspired and pulled to directions, and you will follow them, thinking that how is this going to make sense? How am I going to, make money out of this, or how am I all the other problems are going to be taken care by this, because I'm just following my inspiration and passion, and things will work out anyway, because that's how magic works. That is how magic works in wizard consciousness. That is why it is wizard consciousness, because we stay in our path of least resistance. So how do you stay in your path of least resistance? By following your resonance, by following your inner guidance. You have an inner guidance system which is constantly telling you where to go and where not to go, because it knows that if you follow your inner guidance, it will take you to your path of least resistance. You have that built in right within you. How does it work? Very simply, whenever it's telling you that you are not resonating with something, whenever something feels like you have to force yourself to go somewhere, it's a clear sign that you must not go that way. Must not go that way. Do not overthink on it. Do not think, why is that bad? How? No, don't overthink on it. Just because it's not resonating, that is the proof that it is not your path. Why? Because if something is not resonating, it's just telling that particular experience is not a match with your core vibrational frequency. You have a core vibrational frequency, your soul's unique frequency. It's not a match. If that frequency is not a match, when you go there, it will bring your inner harmony levels down. If your inner harmony levels go down, life will bring you more of the experiences which are a match to your lower level of harmony. That means your life will get harder and harder and harder. Do you want that? No. If you don't want that, so don't go there. Don't force yourself to do anything. 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 Because that is the sheer short way to come out of alignment with your path of least resistance and maximum harmony. And stop the abundance in your life. Stop the flow of abundance in your life, which is constantly flowing. Okay? You cannot stop the abundance actually. You can just get out of the way of the abundance in a certain way, which is another topic entirely. But that is how what happens. Actually, abundance never stops flowing. It just shifts forms. You see, when you're experiencing struggle, what happens is you're experiencing abundance of struggle, which is a sign from the universe, message from the universe. This is not your path. Please go that way. See, you are not enjoying this movie. Choose another movie. That's what it's saying. You see, that's what it's saying. So if you are forcing yourself to do something, anything, this is your moment to recognize why you should not be doing it. Okay? And what do you do then? Notice what you are resonating with. If your inner guidance is asking you to not to go in a certain direction, it is also guiding you to go into another direction. It is always that way. Notice what you're resonating with. And it does not have to be something really big and fancy and massive. No. Just what you're resonating with right now. Are you resonating with, resting a little more, meditating a little more, taking walks, reading book, watching, listening to music, watching certain movies, following certain inspiration that has been coming to you again and again? That is exactly where you should be going, even when it does not make sense. And this is what stops the flow of abundance, because whenever we want to move towards resonance, it feels like, I don't know. I mean, this, if I do, how is it going to take care of all the other things that are necessities, priorities and all that. And that is when we feel like if it does not make sense, because it does not make sense, our inspiration when they come, because it does not come with the clarity how it is going to connect everything. So we usually don't go there. And that is exactly why I made an entire video where I gave you the tool, which I call the resonance matrix, which is a decision-making tool, so that you can recognize how all the magic actually happens in the place where things don't make sense but resonates, so that you can go there. You watch that video. That video is going to help you tons if you're struggling with that challenge. Okay, maybe I'll link it up in the card section here. You'll find it here, or you'll find it in my YouTube channel feed. Okay, just visit the home page, or whatever where all my videos are, and you'll find it there. And this is what I wanted to give to you, that don't force yourself, follow your resonance. Don't force yourself, and just follow your resonance, and things will work out magically. What you will notice is your life will become this flowing experience. You'll never want to get out of the flow. Never. Because it's so powerful, it's so magical. Things will happen on crazy level. Abundance will flow on all levels of your life. It will blow your mind. And the coolest thing is, it's easy. It's super easy. Just follow your resonance. Because when you're in the flow, you don't struggle. And what does that tell you? That means you don't force yourself to do anything. Things just starts working out. You'll become this super powerful creator being that will make your life absolutely amazing. It's fantastic living life in wizard consciousness when you're following your inner guidance 24/7. It requires trust. Yes. And that's all it requires. A little bit of trust, a little bit of vulnerability, and a whole lot of desire to move towards a truly magical life. So I hope this video has resonated, right? And I have something really cool to share with you. That is, if you are somebody who have been following me for some time and you want to know how to connect with your inner guidance system, because all the magic that I just shared with you happens when you have a strong connect with your inner guidance system. You have an inner guidance system and it works exactly like the GPS of your car. You see, like your car has GPS, it has indicators that you constantly are watching and monitoring to know, how the car is working. Similarly, you have inner indicators, the four indicators: comfort, satisfaction, inspiration, and resonance. These are the four indicators of your inner guidance system, at least the way I teach it, right? And when you have this connection with your inner guidance system, you will be able to pay attention to the signal from your higher self, because that is how your higher self communicates to you, through your inner guidance system, on a moment-to-moment basis. You'll be able to measure your inner harmony levels in clear metrics. It will work like an actual GPS, and that is the coolest part. And everything that I teach, teach in Wizard Consciousness, the concepts, about the theories, parallel realities, mirror reality, wizarding laws, for you to make use of any of those tools, the first ground fundamental concept and understanding and integration that you need is the integration of inner guidance system. You see, if you don't know how to drive your car, I cannot teach you how to accelerate and do all the stunts and stuff. This is the basic. And this is the most important thing in wizard consciousness, the inner guidance system. So what I have done is I have created a simple 4-week program where I am teaching students how to connect with their inner guidance system. Every single week, you're going to learn to work with one indicator, starting with the most important indicator, the comfort indicator, right? And we're going to move to the satisfaction, then the inspiration, and the resonance. While you'll be working with these indicators, you'll be working on some simple meditation exercises, a simple practice, a simple centering method, and I'll also give you some really cool concepts that will connect as you're playing with your inner guidance system. By the time you're done with the 4-week program, it is my desire to have it solidified within you, to a constant awareness of your inner guidance system as you are making choice in your daily life. You see, that is the purpose of the program, that you start noticing on a moment-to-moment basis where your inner guidance is asking you to go, because your inner guidance will constantly tell you and guide you so that you can align with your life purpose timeline. And when you align with your life purpose timeline, your life will become a magical explosion of amazingness. Abundance will flow into your life on all levels while you enjoy this now moment. Sounds absolutely magical, doesn't it? And that is exactly what it is. This is wizard consciousness. So if you want to experience this magic, if you want to connect with your inner guidance system, then this program is for you. And if you want to join this program, what you have to do is send me an inquiry in my email ID. My email ID will be given in the description of this video. Send me an inquiry and I'll tell you how to join the program. Okay, so if you're somebody now who is going through some challenges in your life and you're feeling like, why am I experiencing so many challenges in my spiritual awakening journey? Why the universe is giving me so many challenges? So I made a recent video in my channel, which I just released some days back, where I shared why universe gives us challenges and why challenges are not actually challenges. They are opportunities for up leveling. So if you want to watch that video, you'll find that video in your screen here. Watch it and give this video a like. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And I'll see you again soon. Okay?